What is up, everybody? We're back here at King Film Sports for the 2025 Mountain West Men's Basketball Tournament predictions here on the channel. As a reminder, we've done all of the other major conference tournament predictions here, so be sure to check those ones out as well, including the SEC, ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Big 12. Also did my WCC predictions. The semifinal and final of that tournament will be happening today and tomorrow. We'll see what happens between St. Mary's and Gonzaga there. Also posted a bracketology update earlier today where I went through the bubble, which includes a lot of these Mountain West teams, and then predicted the bracket, all 68 teams, and gave my Final Four and national champion prediction there. But here we get into it. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you guys enjoy this content here. We're going to be having a lot more coming up as the March Madness bracket gets released next week. And as with all the other conference tournaments, I'm going to be giving my matchup analysis and game predictions for all of these games, and then going into the potential ramifications for the bubble and NCAA tournament seeding. And as is always the case, the Mountain West has a lot of teams on the bubble. Basically, all of their tournament teams, except for New Mexico, are on the bubble right now. As we can see it, New Mexico sitting at about a 9 or a 10 seed. I do not think that they can get much above an 8 seed, even if they win this whole conference tournament. So basically locked into there, that 8-9 game, maybe a 10. And then you've got Utah State here sitting at a 10 seed as well. I think that they should be more comfortably in, but they have been faltering as of late. So maybe if they lose their first game to UNLV, they can get pushed down to the first four. Then you see SDSU is in the last four in. I heavily disagree with Joe Lenardi on this one. I think that SDSU should be in the last four buys. I mean, you look at their non-conference resume, it is immaculate with some of the wins that they have over Creighton. They beat number 1 seed Houston in overtime there, and then a couple other big ones as well, and not too bad in conference play as well. So I think that they should definitely be in. And then you get to the first four out. You've got Boise State. Can't disagree with that one. They've been faltering as of late. And then Colorado State, they were an afterthought for much of the season, but they haven't lost in the last month. Won 7 straight, including last Friday win in Boise by double digits there. And I definitely think that they should be above at least Texas. I mean, this Texas team is horrible right now, and definitely above North Carolina as it stands as well. So both of those teams fighting to get in here. And now we get into my first round predictions. San Jose State and Wyoming. No real big thoughts here. Wyoming definitely has to shoot the 3-ball better in this matchup, but I do think the Spartans get that one done there and advance to the quarterfinal. Then we've got Nevada versus Fresno State. I think this one could go either way, but I think Davidson makes a difference for Nevada there. Even though they are on the outside looking in terms of the NCAA tournament, I definitely think they are live to go on a potential run here. And then you've got UNLV and Air Force, obviously the big home field advantage as this tournament is being played in UNLV's home arena here. And I think that they easily dispose of this bad Air Force team. So that brings us to the quarterfinals, and this is really where it starts picking up. Mountain West, in terms of this quarterfinal, semifinal, and final, is perhaps my favorite college basketball tournament just because of the competitive depth of the league and the fact that it's not too spread out in terms of talent. So all of these games should be good. Even this New Mexico-San Jose State game, because the Spartans actually upset New Mexico in one of their matchups, and in the other one, it wasn't too far off. I think the Lobos won by 6 or 7 points, but I do just think that Donovan Dent makes the difference here. He should be able to carry this New Mexico team. Although this San Jose State team does play great defense, they could grind things down to a halt, but I ultimately think Pitino and the Lobos advance to the semifinals there. Then we get to a very compelling matchup. As I just stated, Boise State right on the bubble. SDSU, Lenardi thinks, is in the last four in here. And interesting to see the odds for this tournament, as I think that these two teams are relatively similar. The Aztecs did sweep the season series, but Boise State is plus 400 to win the tournament, and SDSU is currently sitting at plus 700. I definitely think that the Aztecs are worth a look there, and I think that they will win this matchup over Boise State. I just think that they have more depth. Dagenhart, obviously great for the Broncos, but I do think that they have been faltering down the stretch, as I mentioned earlier, and I just think that Dutcher is one of the best coaches in this league, so I think that the Aztecs will advance there. Then you get to Colorado State and Nevada, and I'm going to go Colorado State big in this one, even though I said there was some value potentially in betting Nevada to win this tournament outright if they can beat this Colorado State team. I just think that Nick Clifford and perhaps one of the best coaches in the league, Nico Medved, will have his guys ready to go coming off the bye here, and I think that they will extend that win streak to 8 games in that one. And then we're going with a little bit of an upset here. I'm taking UNLV to knock off this Utah State team. Even if they don't have Dedan Thomas here, I just think that their defense has really improved over the last month. They actually split with Utah State in the regular season, and I just think that this Utah State team is nothing special right now. Add in the home advantage of this UNLV team, and Utah State not playing in Logan with that elevation advantage, I think it lends itself well for a UNLV Running Rebels upset there. So now we get to the semifinal round. We have the rematch of the final last year between these two teams, where New Mexico, I think as the 6th seed of this tournament, ended up winning and getting a bid into March Madness. In this one, I'm actually going to go with SDSU. These two teams split during the regular season. I know that New Mexico's starting lineup is great with all those scores, but I just think that SDSU's defense is slightly better. Obviously, a great head coaching matchup, but I just think that Dutcher has the edge over Patino there, and I do think that the San Diego State team poised to go on a run. I feel like this game is bound to go to the last possession there, but I do like the value with the Aztecs, and I think they get it done there narrowly. And then we're going to go with Colorado State to dispose of UNLV there. A good run to the semifinals here, but I think potentially without Dean Thomas, their ceiling is quite limited, so give me the Rams of Colorado State to advance to the final, where they play this San Diego State team, and obviously could go either way here. Colorado State would like to just punch their ticket into the tournament with the automatic qualifying bid for the Mountain West, and I think that they will do so here. Give me Colorado State to win. I think that Nick Clifford will go off in the tournament. He is one of the best players in the country here, and SDSU, yes, great depth. Wouldn't shock me if they were able to shut him down in this matchup, but ultimately I do think that this Colorado State team, coming in with all of this momentum, will make use of it here and extend their winning streak to 10 games, winning the Mountain West here in Las Vegas. So with that being said, let me know your guys' predictions in the comments down below. What are your thoughts on some of these bubble teams from the Mountain West? Who do you think will get in, and who do you think will cut down the nets in Las Vegas when it's all said and done? As always, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys all in the next one.